Alright, here we are back for part number 2 of informational websites, where we're going to look at some signs of good informational websites. Alright, sign number 1. Oftentimes, not exclusively, not all the time, but oftentimes, an official government-sponsored website such as a .gov, a .mil, a .org, or a .edu as an education address will indicate possibly more reliability. Now you've got to be careful sometimes, because sometimes different schools have allowed rather young students to put websites up and they're under a .edu address, so they may not be absolutely perfect, but you can tell the difference, and oftentimes the .edus I'm talking about are university ones. So let's go and look at some that you can probably trust. First one being a website on the Battle of the Bulge, done by the Army. And you can see that it has a lot of information for you. Number one, it starts out with an original picture from the time period. Then it has an overview. Then it takes you to an overview of the Battle of the Bulge. Then it has a slideshow with lots of unique original photographs. Something else unique you may get in no other spot: newsreel footage, video from the time period. And it has a number of selections. And online resources. Not a lot, but this is another sign of a good website in that they have links to other sources that basically are talking about the same type of topic. So, a good website. Now, another one, this might be good, but let's see if there's any problems with it. This is also on the Battle of the Bulge. It's a PBS website. And we're getting a little bit of non-cooperation, so we're going to be patient here while it's trying to cycle through. All right, here we go. Battle of the Bulge. Special features related to the Battle of the Bulge. But there's an advertisement for a car. And then there's links to just focus with PBS Virginia on Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, and YouTube. So whereas it does have lots of relevant things, it also has other things that are not connected to the Battle of the Bulge. So it might have good information, but again, you do have to be wary. And this one has a lot of database style functionality, but it does have good information. It does focus on one topic: the weather. So you can see at a glance right here what specific weather conditions exist in the country, and you could zoom in, and whereas it does branch out to other countries, it does focus on that one specific thing, the weather, and you can be pretty certain that, as certain as anybody can be of the weather, the National Weather Service is going to be one of the places that's going to be pretty accurate. So, sign of good informational website, those type of addresses. Also, take that place, put in the information site as part of some well-known organization. It does increase the likelihood that they will want to uphold the reputation by only putting out good information. Think of the Battle of the Bulge site that the Army put out. Think of that information that they put out. Think of the weather information. They want to hold out their good reputation by only putting out good information. So you can be pretty certain that when they're those kind of organizations, their information is going to be good. Now I'll also show another good information website. This is a .org website. guiding eyes for the blind. Now, if you were doing some type of research project on either dogs or service dogs or uh, services for the blind, this would be a good site to conduct some research on. You'd probably be able to contact people in this organization that would give you good, accurate information, relevant information. And you can trust it because of who they are and the fact that they would want to uphold their good reputation, being an organization that thrives on volunteerism, and without a good reputation, how are you going to get volunteers? I would interview a dog that graduated from that program, but that dog is nowhere in the area, so we'll have to interview that dog another time. All right, so number 3, contact information is clearly available. Now you ask, why would that be a sign of a good website? Well, that means they're not afraid of being asked something about what they're saying. It also usually indicates some type of hierarchy, in other words, line of authority, bosses to whom the people doing the website are accountable. That is a sign that this website would possibly be good. So let's go to this one and see if there is anything there or why it might not be good. So, okay, informational website. Instead of going to see contact information, which is clearly visible on most websites, contact us, let's look at this one. It's an informational website, again on the Battle of the Bulge, has some information. Unfortunately, it is surrounded by ads on this side and ads on this side. When I scroll down, ad for boots, scroll down for more, ad for lyricfinder.org. Keep scrolling down, has links to other things I could click on. But what it does not have is any contact us. So I can't backtrack to see who it was that put this up there. This could be anybody that put this information up there. So this is an instance where it is an informational website, but there are signs, the advertisements, and the lack of contact information. This is a sign that it may not be the best one. Now this, of course, will be a good example. We can go to the Holocaust Museum's website. Connect, email updates, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So they're publishing information on all these different social networks. They invite you into support. They have a contact us there. They have all types of different sub-organizations that you can contact. Speakers Bureau, frequently asked questions. Again, contact us here. So the Holocaust Museum's website, which has lots of information related to, mainly of course, the Holocaust, they are a sign of a good website that invites contact in. And views themselves as a source of information by providing the lines of hierarchy, the contact information. And if we were to go in on their site and research Battle of the Bulge, we would find all of these listings, related articles, not just the main article, but related articles as well. So again, and we're going to go back to the Holocaust Museum's website here in just a moment. Another good sign of a good website is that they do view themselves as a research source. They're not just out there to publish information, but they're actively pursuing making themselves available to other people to find information out. So again, back to the Holocaust Museum's website. You have an actual whole menu selection: research, Centered for Advanced Holocaust Studies, Holocaust Survivors Resource Center, collections and archives. We'll go there. And you can see they have archives, artifacts and art, film and video, library. You can get information to go there to the library they have there, music, oral histories, photo archives. Much of this is available online. Some of it you have to go to the actual museum to find, but the point is they actually pursue research. And under history they also have an encyclopedia where they can present lots of information in a quick, short way. So it's interesting how this organization makes it very clear that they want to be viewed as a research source. And another example is a site on George Mason University's website called History Matters. And they call themselves a survey course on the web. Well, basically what it is you can type in most any topic in the search window, Great Depression, and we'll click Go, and we quickly have 101 links to, whether it be an article, whether it be an artifact of some sort, some type of listing that has something to do with the Great Depression. So just going to this informational website that is kind of like a link to a database website, it's kind of a combination, or sometimes it's difficult to distinguish, but the point is they view themselves as a research source. And something else. Sites that list sources for their information, as in citations. Why give citations? Well, we've talked about this briefly before, and you can see we have number one, you must give credit for the information. Number two, it can be a violation of the law to not give credit. And number three, a reputable, as in good information website, will want people to be able to verify what they want. So, again, going back to the History Matters website, and the search we did here, and you can see how they automatically give you citation information just on this listing. And if we click on this one right here, we see a description of it, we see the resource, and we see the source right down here. So that in itself, where you provide that information on citations, is a sign that information is reliable. Even on this one, showing a picture from the Great Depression, World War II time on the American Memory section of the Library of Congress website, and you can see how right down here it has citation information. So you can tell who did it, where it was from. So all the information you would need to give a citation would be contained right here. Even Wikipedia. I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, but even Wikipedia, you'll notice that a lot of Wikipedia articles, it doesn't seem to be cooperating right now, have footnotes. And if you mouse over the footnote and click on it, it takes you to a source that gives the bibliography information for it. Now, you wouldn't want to blindly trust this, but it does give you a cookie trail that you could follow if you did want to check out whether those are accurate citations. Another piece of information that shows you what a good informational website is do they provide links to other sites with similar information? For instance, this website on drought research done by Columbia University. If you look over here, it has more topics, information that is connected to this topic of drought. It has links. So this does indeed provide a lot of useful information. It even has something specifically focused for younger people, younger researchers. Close down a few of these before we go back and look at the next example. And let's look at this website down here. Again, remember we're looking at sites that give links to other similar stories. This one gives a lot of different, buttons that'll take you to other similar topics, but this one specifically other links. And if you look at this very briefly, how many links it has to other relevant topics. That shows that Perhaps they're reliable because they view themselves as a center of information. They want to spread that information. Now, number 7, as you see here, a site has information on more than just one topic within the subject, not a bunch of different topics, but it's focusing on that one topic, but it has like subtopics. That could be a sign that they view themselves as a valuable website, and you can lend more trust to that website. So right here, we see another site on the Dust Bowl. But you can also see off to the left in the menu bar, it has the drought and 1, 2, 3, 4 subtopics. Then it talks about Okies, the people that had to leave the Dust Bowl from Oklahoma. 2 subtopics there. Then it talks about the New Deal farm laws, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all related to the topic of the website, the Dust Bowl, but it's giving you more detail with those subtopics that are related. So that's a sign of a possibly good informational website. Shut down a couple more as we move. All right, then you have this issue of styling. Does it look good? Does it attract your attention? Does it look like somebody took time to put information onto it? Does it have headers? Does it have good background colors? Subtopic headings? Are there hyperlinked endnotes that help you find citations? So let's go look at a couple sites. So here you go. Skillfully done, gradient blended header image with engaging font over top of the image. And this is something about the city of Alexandria on the verge of the Civil War. So it pulls your interest in by using a separate font that is kind of like the type of printing they would have used back then. Then you see how it has a subheader, front lines are home front. Then if we go to explore, the wartime boom, seeing the past. So those subheaders, and the engagingly styled quotation in a block, and the image draws your eye's attention through the website. And you'll also notice how it has this wrapper around this color. Those colors kind of make you think, at least it does me, old-fashioned, and it also, this color kind of matches that color, so it pulls your attention back in. It's interesting how color can be used like that. And we'll go to this one. It's a very similar tactic. Don't know that this is a gradient blend, but it is that light yellow color that goes very good with the brown, the same way the other one did. You also notice this one right on the main home page. It has several subtopics. The only thing I would do was this subtopic is of a different size, a larger font than this one, and I might try to use the same, if they're all subheaders of the same level of importance, I'd use the same color or same size font. But anyway, not that big a criticism. But you'll notice how, again, images are alternated from one side to the other to keep your eye tracking through the website. That's part of the styling thing. Not just images, but where they're placed. It helps direct your attention. Now you can see there before you a list of some good points on websites. I'm not going to read them over. I'm going to allow you to pause the video, make any notes you want, take the information in. We can talk about this as much as you want, but these are just some good things in addition to what we've already talked about that will help you discern good from bad websites. Now you can still, don't want to take the danger point of assuming those qualities always indicate good information. You do always have to exercise care and be thoughtful about what you're looking at. You don't want to cross into the danger point. So always be thoughtful, even if it has some of these signs we've talked about as being good ones. Also, what are some of the problems to alert us to a negative website? Be careful of the ads. Be careful of the .com. Be careful of a .edu website if it does have that K through 12 in their URL address. Be wary of some that might still have cutesy animation. That's kind of out of style now, but some people do put it in, and if they do, one of those animated GIF images, like the guy digging with a little shovel, those things are kind of old and what we call passé. So beware of the information on a website like that. And also watch the images. Make sure the images are skillfully placed to actually tell you something. Are they appropriate? Do they match the text that's around them? Because if they don't, then what use are they? So last thing we're going to do is go to the class website and discuss the assignment. We go to course materials. We go to lesson 2 materials. We go to informational website materials. You see video 1 is posted there. This video, when it's posted, will be put there as well. A web evaluation form that helps you evaluate websites, that gives some good guides, a step type of thing. Informational website that we've just gone over, that kind of information and some of the signs of bad things. The rubric that's going to help me evaluate what your assignment is for this, and your assignment is to simply go to the website discussion blog and make an entry based on these instructions. You find one good site that shows what you learned from the video, or one bad site, and then you have to make some specific, provide a link to the site, and explain why the site is good or bad. So you don't have to do a whole lot of information, just do a little bit of research like that, and then do the blog posting. So with that being said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. Thank you very much.